The first time you try on a pair of climbing shoes, you assume something has gone terribly wrong. Your toes curl under themselves. Your heel is crushed forward. Walking across the room feels like a physical punishment. Look at the geometry here. We design everyday footwear to support the foot's natural resting state, flat, cushioned, and relaxed. Climbing shoes reverse that completely. They force the foot into a rigid, cramped arch. This skeletal diagram shows why that matters. The human foot evolved for horizontal bipedal motion. The bones and joints are arranged to absorb impact by spreading out, creating a wide, flat base for balance on level ground. Climbing shoes function as highly specialized biological extensions, mechanically reconfiguring the bones and tendons of the foot into a rigid, high-precision tool. To stand on a piece of rock the size of a coin, climbers have to abandon comfort entirely. They trade an ergonomic resting state for mechanical precision. Elite climbing relies heavily on silt work, not pulling strength. Moving upward means successfully shifting your entire body weight onto tiny rock features, sometimes barely wider than the edge of a credit card. In a comfortable shoe, loose fit leaves dead space. As weight applies, the foot rolls, slipping off the ledge. Watch as we shrink the volume. Aggressive downsizing removes dead space, locking the foot and shoe into a rigid unit. Every ounce of leg strength now travels straight through the toe and into the rock. The climber also gains direct sensitivity, feeling the exact angle and texture of the foothold beneath them. Eliminating that internal movement is the baseline requirement. It stabilizes the foot so it can operate as a reliable anchor. A tight fit alone does not explain the curve. Modern high-performance climbing shoes often bend sharply downward, forcing the toes into a permanent curled point. This vector overlay tracks the physics.
The arched shape acts as a mechanical conduit, gathering downward energy from the leg and terminating at the big toe. On an overhang, the shoe rotates, functioning like a hook digging into the rock. On steep terrain, climbers aren't passively standing. They actively pull with their lower body, grabbing the rock with their toes to maintain tension and keep their hips close to the wall. The severe downward angle turns the biological foot from a flat support platform into an active grasping tool. For most of the sport's history, the equipment looked like this. Early mountaineering boots relied on thick leather and heavy, rigid soles, designed primarily to survive snow, ice, and long mountain approaches. Look closely at how the climber relies on the boot's stiffness here. These materials forced a specific technique called edging, where the boot's hard lip caught tiny rock shelves, but it severely limited the angle of walls humans could ascend. In the 1970s, a Spanish company called Boreal introduced a new compound. Here, you see the thick, black, sticky rubber wrapped tightly over the toe box and sole. This material abandoned long-term durability to maximize pure grip. This simulation shows how sticky rubber works at the micro level. Instead of balancing rigidly on top of the rock, the soft compound is engineered to squish and deform under the climber's weight. It flows into the microscopic pores of the stone, creating massive surface contact. Suddenly, climbers could trust sheer friction to hold them on completely smooth vertical faces. You also have to consider the psychology behind the gear. Squeezing into these shapes hurts, but climbing culture largely accepts that pain as a signal of commitment to the climb. The physical ritual of tightening the shoe forces a mental shift, acting as a psychological boundary between the resting state and intense athletic focus. As climbers pushed into steeper environments like the complex, overhanging walls of this indoor gym, the equipment followed. Today, climbing footwear splinters into highly specialized subcategories, dialing in exact rubber hardness and toe angles for specific movement styles. Every design choice attacks a specific mechanical limitation. Sizing down halts internal movement. The downturn creates geometric leverage. The tight heel secures force transfer, and the soft compound solves friction. We were not built to walk up vertical walls. The climbing shoe compensates for our biology, proving we will willingly endure extreme discomfort to adapt our bodies to the environments we want to conquer.
For more content like this, like and subscribe to our channel.